Hello, hello. Okay, we have a lot of technical issues today. Okay. I think we're good now. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Let me pop out this chat. So, now that you can hear me, we're going to be doing a portfolio review. I got a lot of submissions. So, there's no way I'm doing portfolio reviews and resume reviews in the same stream. So, I'm going to push the resume reviews to another day. But what's up, everyone? Okay. YouTube's chat is broken too now. That's awesome. Okay, I can see some messages. Anyways, Smell, what's up? How you doing? Gilherm, hello. Mr. Organic, what's up? Aman, hello. Caleb. Yep. Mahan, 8Koi, Gizmo, Lily. How's everyone doing? Phone is 20% Sag. Oof, ouch. Plug it in if you can. The roast with the most. All right. So I think we're gonna do 7 reviews today. 7 portfolio reviews. So let me actually. I'm gonna put some music on after I post this in Discord, and then we will. I'll load up the marbles game. We'll do a marbles game. Whoever wins will get a portfolio review, and I think Alyssa posted hers twice, so she gets 2 entries in the marbles game. But then, yeah, we'll jump into the roasting. All right, so announcements. All right. Okay, advertise it. All right, there we go. Let's put on some music. What's up, Siama? Renee, welcome back. How you doing? Casual PKM, what's up? All right, let's go ahead. I think. Let's do this playlist. Yeah, why not? Audio should be good too. Let's see, is my mic peaking? Nope, audio's good. All right. I think I got it just right. Zachary, what's up? All right, so yeah, I think we're good to go. Let me go ahead and load up the game. Marbles. All right, and then I'll switch scenes. All right, where is it? Is it scene? There we go. Perfect. All right, let me go ahead and enter the names. Thanks, Austin. All right, so we have, okay. Little rushed, had a lot of technical errors. Trying to get the stream to work. And even before. But let's go ahead and go to settings. We're gonna go add names. Get rid of these names. This was the last reviews. And we're gonna add names. So, who entered? Rod. Hold on, I gotta expand this. Rod. Rel Green. Who else? Alyssa. And then Alyssa gets 2 entries because she signed up the last time and didn't win. So Samuel, or no, Lance. Yeah, third one is Lance. Is this? I gotta expand this even more. Arnold? All right. Rajae. Just say Deston. Pawel? I don't know where some of these names end and some of them begin. The first and last. Ashraf. And Sumit. Oh, you're Lance? Okay, cool. Nice. Alright. Alright, finish. Race. So close that. How many? I have to actually know the number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Alright, so which map should we do? What sounds cool? The Gauntlet? Eye of the Storm sounds cool. And if my power goes out, it is because there's a storm. Simulation race. All right, you guys ready? I'm not turning on any fancy music or anything like that for the race. Ooh. Oh, shit. Okay, alt. All right, you guys ready? Go, let's go. Oh, that's gonna be good. It's actually a really chill song for this map, too. Alright. So. Storm has invaded the computer as well. That's right, Ricky. That is right. Very appropriate map. Let's go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Alright. Let's see who is... Actually, probably should look at the... up here. Let's see who enters first. Alyssa! Ooh, this might be your time to shine. After losing horribly the last time, this might be your time to shine. Riders of the on the storm? I meant of the storm. Dude, this is so peaceful. This is a peaceful race. Oh, Alyssa, yo, you're falling behind a little bit. Okay. Arnold's first. So I think, what? One person won't be able to... We can't do a review for one person, that's it. Just because I can't. I don't have a lot of time. I gotta do taxes today and go to H&R Block. Okay. Another funnel. What the hell happens with that? Damn. Oh, that's kind of cool. Damn. If you die first, you're out. Damn, Alyssa really wants to win this. Okay, Alyssa finally gets her review. Let's go. Alright, congrats, Alyssa. You get a review. Yo! You want a review or not? Where are you going? All right. We'll let Alyssa's other is taking a while. We'll let her finish. All right. Well, actually, no. 2 get tossed. So Rod, you get tossed as well. See final results. So we're gonna do 7. Alyssa, Lance, Ashraf, Rajae, whatever. I'm butchering that. Sorry. Sumit, Deston, Pawel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So unfortunately, Rodrell and Arnold, we cannot do yours. So let me go ahead and mark that. Which is it? Rodwell and Arnold. Okay. Why is it? Okay, found it. So, who else? Arnold. Wait. Arnold and Rodwell. Where's Rodwell? Oh, okay. It's the first one. Yo, let's go. Okay, we ready? Yeah, congrats, Alyssa. I thought that was a portfolio. It is. All these are. All right, let's go. All right, let's switch over. I'm gonna switch over to my screen, set it up real quick. But let me close marbles. Yeah, usually I take time to set all this stuff up, but I was debugging. For some reason, my capture card just sucks. Elgato capture cards just suck. They black screen and they have like different errors, and sometimes the only way to fix it is to reload it 50 times or just restart your computer. I've seen a lot of creators complain about it, but all right. So, we ready? We're ready. First one. Let's see. I think everything's good. We can go ahead and share. Does it work? Yes. All right, Alyssa, you are up first. All right, we ready? Let's go. Let's do a refresh. Pretty quick transitions. Skills, projects, contact me. Hello, my name is Alyssa. I enjoy building things for the web. I am front-end focused. I'm a front-end focused web developer based in Southern California with a passion for creating aesthetically pleasing and user-friendly sites. Okay. So you're focused with front-end. I like it. This, I'm assuming, opens up in a new tab. Perfect. About me. In late 2021, my coding journey began when I stumbled upon some YouTube videos. Eager to try new things, I decided to give coding a try and quickly fell in love with it. Willing to create something out of nothing was truly mesmerizing. Why resume? Project should be front runner. Because you don't have a blog, you're not really bringing traffic organically to your website, so a lot of people are probably seeing your portfolio. When you have it right here, I just feel like your projects are going to be the main thing people want to see, not your resume necessarily. When they come to an actual portfolio, like they might want to see a resume. For example, if you have your a portfolio link on your LinkedIn and you're active on LinkedIn, and so recruiter, employer, developer takes a look and just hops onto your portfolio, they probably want to see what you built. I would argue you could have projects and then resume, so resume would be a secondary link, but I get this feeling that your projects are going to be what you're gonna want to highlight. With each passing day, I'm constantly learning and discovering new things. Make me excited about what the future holds. Featured projects. Color theme visualizer. Intuitive platform to experiment with different color combinations. For what though? For what purpose? The website features a layout that users can customize with colors of their choice, as well as pre-built color themes for users to choose. But for what choice? Like, what's the point of this? To ensure fast and efficient rendering, I utilize React to build the application, while also implementing Redux for state management. Furthermore, I incorporated an external library called Swiper to add dynamic swiping. Okay. I mean, you could do it skills, you could spell it out here. I think it'd be a little bit... I honestly think people should just list their skills out for their projects. You don't have to put it into sentences, right? Because if an employer is like, yeah, we use a stack, let me look at a project where she's worked on the stack. Okay, skills, cool. What is this? That's probably what's going to happen. I wouldn't expect them to read all of this to understand the stack that you're working with. Because I think, yeah, people are probably going to filter out projects based on like whatever stack is closest. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Yeah, but for what purpose? So color theme visualizer, is this for websites? Is this right? I think having a little bit more of a purpose of who the user is and identifying that user will be incredibly powerful in showing that this was built for a purpose, right? It's an actual app that's usable. It's not just some random color combination generator that you built to reinforce your skills. It's a color generator for this purpose, for this user, for these businesses. I think that's where this is lacking. So good, opening up a new tabs, cool. Spotify clone. What's up, Serpy? What's up, Storm? How you guys doing? All right, Spotify clone that replicates a popular clone. It's gonna be a weak project. Why is healthy living below the clone? Clones are gonna be very low value projects. They're really good for reinforcing your skills. They're not high value portfolio projects. To authenticate users, authorize access, use Spotify's OAuth 2.0 authentication flow. Just, okay. This process is requesting access from users to grant the application permission to access. I feel like people are going to know what OAuth is. Or at least developer. Like if you're going to talk about OAuth and you're going to dive into details about it, a developer is going to know what OAuth is. After the user granted access, the application was able to retrieve information. To enable the user to play music, I use Spotify's web SDK, which provides a set of it. Again, yeah, spell it out in skills. Be very blunt to them. Deliver that information quickly. But yeah, this is a low value project. I'm surprised you put it there. Healthy living application allows users. So when I say I'm surprised you put it there, like drop this to the bottom of your portfolio if you really have no other valuable projects. Healthy living, based on their goals. Yeah, determined per gallery. Okay. Users to sign in and enter their body dimensions, such as height and weight, based on their goals. The app will determine their calorie intake. Okay. So it's just intake for losing, gaining. So it's basically just, what? It looks like it's more. Based on their goals, the app will determine their calorie intake for losing and gaining weight. Why do you have burger sauce? Why do you have a picture of recipes? This description doesn't match this at all. That's confusing. Built using MongoDB for database management, Express for backend, use JSON. Again, just list the skills out, our technologies out. Catfishing. Ooh, looks fun. 2D game. Yeah, I'm really surprised you put this Spotify clone. Really surprised you put the Spotify clone this high up. Prioritize your projects based on the most impressive projects you think are going to catch employers' attention. And I think like actually building useful projects. So if you build a game, I think a game requires just a slightly different way of thinking. And I think gamified experiences on the front end are very valuable. Actually, what did you put? So, yeah, you're aiming for a front end position. Okay. So I think creating gamified experiences and having that interest even, I think that is valuable. That's why I think a game project, if you did build one, is useful for the portfolio. But okay, it looks like you're kind of you know, you don't have a lot of projects. You're probably, this probably took a big chunk of your time, so you're highlighting this first, which I think is smart. I mean, you could like triple down on this and just go really deep into this and build, I mean, specialize a little bit more, at least sell this better in terms of like, I don't know, maybe this is a contrasting, I don't know, but like figure out the user for this project. Honestly, like this could, front-end developers are going to love this. Color theme visualizer, right? So I kind of get the impression that you probably care about UX, you probably care about how everything's laid out and how everything's highlighted, but this is just some generic random name, and so this could be a generic tool, not specialized, like it's not focused on creating the most accessible contrast or anything like that, or like color themes for websites specifically. So it could be more of a generic tool. I just don't know who your user is. What's the point of this app? But you could triple down on it once you figure that out and market that well. Even a landing page. I mean, like, you could have a landing page. You don't necessarily need a landing page for a generic tool like this, but I think, yeah, showing the point of this would be helpful. Even like, yeah, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Contact me, name, email, message, send. Got it. Do you have errors? This red is a highlight, right? You probably shouldn't be highlighting your inputs with red because, you know, commonly that's going to be known for an error being produced, right? This is highlighted. What did I do wrong? But I did nothing wrong, right? What happens if I just do that? Nothing happens? No error checking whatsoever? Or did it send? Please enter name. Now it does when I delete the name. That's buggy. Fix that. And then you have GitHub. Okay. That's desktop. The color theme is pretty good. A lot of bold. I don't know. This is dark. The contrast is very poor. I don't know why you chose this for paragraph text. I get like if you want to choose this for like kind of heading text, that's fine. You can get away with that. But man, this is painful having to read this. This poor contrast on this background. I feel like you're having to just bump up your font and bump up the size just to make it readable. I'm the resume guy. Keep forgetting my name is different on here. What'd I miss? Yeah, a lot of derpies in our community. Matches the hair. Yeah, but that's not a good enough reason. Why? Smile! I love that you put your picture here. Are you even smiling? I feel like it's like a half-ass smile. If you're gonna put a picture in your portfolio, make it friendly. Smile. You look, I don't know, kind of angry. Like, do I even want to work with you? You look mad. Smirking? I don't think that's the look you want to go for. Not on a portfolio. Again, like a lot of developers, a lot of HR, they're kind of just looking for like, do we want to work with this person? Are they friendly? Like, they're gonna bring a good vibe to our office. Like this, if you're smirking or like not smiling, it's like you don't really look that friendly. Let's check out mobile. You're back, gonna work on my smile. All right. Cool. Pretty clean navigation. I like it. I mean, you bolded everything. Ooh, that took too long to load in. Hold on. On mobile, that's taking way too long to load in. I'd cut it by like 70%, 75%. About me, skills. This is This is okay, that's just that's really crammed. I feel like you have like inconsistent. Okay, so you do have consistent spacing that just took forever to load in. Maybe you do have inconsistent. I think this is less than this. I think the responsiveness side of things need work. Spotify clone. Okay, so you put that and then read more. It expands. You no longer have a picture. Why not? I think pictures can look really good on mobile. I think you can see a little extra space here. It's kind of broken. Make it consistent on both sides, but I think a picture is good on mobile. I'm surprised you removed that. Cap, these things are taking way too long to load in, and this is, wow, the alignment of this. I'm gonna give you a benefit that, nope, the alignment is just, why are you switching your alignment? This is like attempted to be center, even though it's not, but this is left aligned. I think the mobile could use a lot of work. Okay. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Flooding your, like an entire page screen of your skills like this and just enlarging them like that, I guess. Why does this look more visually, like your skills look more visually appealing than your projects? For a front-end developer, I really think you're just losing out with not having pictures. Yeah, let's look at, I'll actually give you the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna clear and look at image optimization or asset optimization. So size, nutrition, this is 706 kilobytes. Are you kidding me? Optimize that. That's ridiculous. Companies want you to. I would say most companies want you to, because there's always that one exception, that one person's like, oh, I got hired, I didn't even have that in my portfolio. Shut the fuck up. Most companies want you to care about image optimization. So 706 is way too big for essentially it was a small little picture for the screenshot of your app. Spotify app, yeah, it's big. Me, 300. You could probably, I bet you could probably shrink this. Anyways, just try tossing all these in tiny PNG or tiny JPEG. Yeah. You brought jQuery into this, okay. Okay, you know, portfolio, the tech stack for the portfolio is not that interesting. As long as you're not leaning on jQuery for your projects, at least your main project that you want to showcase, I think that's going to be fine. Don says, smile, Alyssa, I get fire if I say that to my... Well, no shit, you're being an asshole. What? I think you have to understand the context of, like, you know, if I just went into the office and my manager wasn't smiling, I'm like, why aren't you smiling? Or like, and I give him shit about not, like, I better have a good relationship with my manager to do that. I think the context is a little bit different when I'm reviewing her portfolio. My smile looks like I'm constipated. My non-smile looks like a serial killer. Probably because you're doing a fake smile. Most people's fake smiles are really awkward. Like, you need someone probably just to catch you off guard when you're just laughing or smiling at a joke or something like that, I think. It's because of the big smile selfie that causes... She's not even smiling, though. That's the problem. Maybe the body width is not updating properly when the page loads in, because when it resizes, it fixes itself. Good observation, Ricky. That's something she could dig into, for sure. Anyways, yeah, so I think in terms of, like, marketability, I think... I think, you know, continue project. Hopefully you're doing heavy project work every single day at this point, right? So projects are pretty slim. You could triple down on this project or start a new project, but maybe you spruce up this a bit. I don't know. I haven't really checked out the projects, but just continue. You're at a point where, you know, it's a few amount of projects. You either triple down on a project and make it an actual real app, like even a developer app where people can dive, like this is for developers to pick color themes. Maybe it expands into website color themes. Maybe it expands into just color contrast for websites. Maybe it's for web design. I don't even know what the hell this is for, right? But kind of pick a path, double down on it, and create like a real tool that people can use. And in order to do that, you have to think about the user, and then you market it as such. That's what I would do. Or if none of this sounds interesting to triple down on, then start a new project that you will triple down on. But that's like, I think having like one project that you continue diving deeper and deeper into at this point is really going to be what makes you marketable. And smile. All right, cool. That's pretty much it. Glad we could finally review yours, Alyssa. All right. Yeah, I know you've been wanting to get that review for a while too. All right. Let's see. We have Lance's. When is the next portfolio review live stream? I did not have time to submit mine. I don't know. I don't have a date for it. We'll probably do one at least at 35K subscribers. I think I do want to do that. I'm not making a commitment, but I do think I want to do it. I think I'm going to do the resume review tomorrow evening. I don't want to delay it because next Wednesday, we're going to review the AI hackathon is ending next week on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to go ahead and load up the projects. Yeah. All right, ready for Lance's? I'm nervous. I've not been coding long. You're good. I should probably just to give. We didn't really get any submissions. We got one submission for someone that was an experienced developer, but I did a virus scan on their website, and it did not come back clean. So. If I do a virus scan on your website, it doesn't come back clean, I'll usually email you, be like, I ain't reviewing this until you fix this. And then you got to investigate what the hell is going on. But yeah, everyone here is trying to become or get their first developer position. So keep that in mind. All right, let's do it. Boom. Okay, interesting. Move, and these move. I'm Lance. I'm a front-end software engineer with a strong passion for building web applications with great... also, one thing, Alyssa, I would potentially consider... You have a lot of bold on your website. I wonder if that's from the poor contrast, but I don't know. You know what? I gotta be done with the reviews. It doesn't matter. But yeah, focus on the contrast, and maybe you wouldn't have to bold everything on your website. Hey, I'm Lance. I'm a front-end software engineer with a strong passion for building web applications with great user experiences. Here's a bit more about me. Okay. I'm 31. Strong passion for developing websites with great user experiences. I currently work on extremely difficult engineering problems to learn about a team consisting of some of the most talented. Yo, spell check, Lance. The fuck is this? Why is this highlight? Okay. User experience is talented. What do you mean working on a team? Extremely difficult engineering problems. I currently work on extremely difficult engineering problems and learn from a team. You haven't even had a job. Like what? This sounds like bullshit. This honestly sounds like bullshit. I'd be careful about that. It might bring up a red flag with employers. Here are some of my projects. Why is this highlighted, but this isn't even a link? This is confusing. I would get rid of the highlight. Like a lot of, like you have inconsistent patterns here. You have a mouse over and this opens up something, but this doesn't. That shows you essentially don't, like you're having inconsistent patterns with accessibility and highlighting like what is a link and what isn't a link. You need to differentiate that because this just makes it seem like you're an inconsistent with UX. It's just confusing. So opens, oh no, what? That didn't even do anything. This is literally just linking to your portfolio again. This is not even working. Okay. So, photographer website, your stack, check out this website. What do you mean check out this website I made for my wife? I started this as a simple okay. Oh, you are selling yourself poorly. Okay, let's actually start from here. Exclude your age. I think most shops aren't going to discriminate based on age, but you can always get that one that potentially does. I think just highlighting, just exclude your age. I don't think that's relevant. Why is that relevant? If you want to like spin this story of like experience and years of experience as a software engineer, sure, you could put age and talk about like the different things that you worked on, but like I get this, it's just one of those things where it's like, why even include it? I don't know. I figured like that stuff comes out in the interview. It just, I don't know. It just seems like why even include it? Exclude that. And then check out this website I made. So just put photographer, like, so you basically built a website. I can't really see it, but you basically built a website that showcases a gallery of images for a photographer, right? I would use ChatGPT to help you come up with a better name than this. Is it like a social media like what the hell is this? I started this as a simple upgrade for her and scaled it into what it is today over this doesn't tell me. So you worked on a website for your wife. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. If I'm an employer, I don't give a shit that you worked on a website for your wife. Like, but what the hell is this? What am I clicking into? You at least tell me what you're working with. So this doesn't have a framework. Okay. So kind of just vanilla CSS and JavaScript, but like, is it an image gallery website? Is it like a Instagram type website? Do photographers like have authentication where they have to log in and then they have their own profile and their own galleries and their own playlists? Like what the hell is interesting about this app? So I would start trying to think about this app and essentially spelling it out in terms of like treating it like a real app. This could be an application that's essentially a website for photographers to upload all of their pictures and showcase and share the links and like, think about like how a photographer would actually use this website. And of course, think about how your wife would actually use this website, but you basically just said, I built a website for my wife. Who gives a fuck? Right. So I think selling this as such will be helpful. Wait, who are we banning? Serpy? I don't think we have any mods here. Hold on, let me actually do this. Okay. Yeah, tag me if I need to ban someone. Just tag me. We have a pretty chilled chat, but I don't think we have any mods. Good. Glad you find it funny. It's meant to be entertaining. Don't take it personally. Don't take my reviews personally. If you've seen other reviews, you'll notice it's just how we do things. What the hell is this still here for? Why are these shapes following me? That is the most annoying thing ever. You're literally covering my vision. Like sometimes it goes behind it. Sometimes, so it goes behind the picture. These shapes should not be following me. Oh, Matsky is in chat. Sorry. My bad. What's up, Matsky? I just missed that. Okay, how am I supposed to know I'm supposed to click? Wait, so I clicked on it. Wait. Okay, so this is broken. Hold on, refresh. Oh, no. Okay, so it works now. Thought I moused over and nothing happened. LinkedIn, so this is a live link. Where's the source control? Viewfinder. Movie search engine I built from the ground up. So from the ground up is irrelevant. I built a movie search engine, right? And talk about the features of the search engine. You can link that to the technologies that you're using. Like, is there any interesting, what's like the most complex feature that you built into this movie app that just like really makes it stand out. Talk about that. Built from the ground up. These words are irrelevant. Utilizing the Amdabapi, you can, what the hell is this? Can enter any, give context. What is that? Can enter any movie name you want to search up, to search. I would actually run this through Grammarly. Grammarly is a free app, I believe. It's still free. Run a lot of your text through Grammarly, just the way some of this reads. Grammar feels off. And this contrast is horrible. Horrible contrast. I could barely see it. You put a gradient in the text, why? What is this? Is this just your logo? Okay, probably your logo. And again, this, it just, okay, so this goes to your GitHub. Oh, wait. The first LinkedIn is literally a link to the website I'm on. But this LinkedIn down here goes to your GitHub. And it doesn't even open a new tab. What the fuck is going on with your links? This does nothing. This just this actually opens a new tab to your website, but this, okay, I'm so confused. I can't even get to the top again. Hold on, exit. Okay, so what I would do, wait, how do I open this again? Okay, so about me. I shouldn't be able to scroll past this. Lock the page, don't let me scroll. And then make me close out of this if I want to move on to the website. That's a normal flow. Okay. I don't want to, okay, none of these links work. They're broken. This is broken too. Okay, so have source control links. I'm not gonna reiterate everything. We're just gonna take forever on this one. I don't think this actually works very well. You don't, like, what if someone's scrolling? Oh, my mouse is already over it, so I can't really scroll down to see the whole picture. Well, I almost can. Oh, I gotta scroll out. And then I gotta like scroll up to see it. I would actually, I would just do cards. I don't know why you did this method. This is, I can't even see the bottom of the website. This just seems like a blown up image. I would get a better image of this. But yeah, have source control links, have live links to the actual projects, which you do have the live links. Hopefully they open up in new tabs. I'm not even gonna test it. These shapes are triggering me. Okay, let's go to mobile. Why is the author yelling at us in all of the descriptions? Oh yeah, with the exclamation mark. I think so. Here's actually something I think that's worth mentioning. I think you're excited about your projects. That's really cool. And I think you're showing your excitement for your projects. But when you have a portfolio, what you should be doing is selling these projects as like real projects that are useful to people, right? You're selling your excitement for your own project, but you're not really selling the usefulness of your project or why it's important and like how you grew from it. Even like mentioning the stack that you worked with is important. But like, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I'm assuming it's just some vanilla website. You're just getting started as a new developer, which you are, you mentioned that. But I would start thinking about your projects in terms of like, what's the user behind, like that would actually use this website? How is this website useful? Did you use any libraries? You can mention, you know, popular libraries. I wouldn't flood your stack list with a bunch of like smaller libraries, right? Like a string parser is probably not something you need to mention. But, you know, if you're using a framework, if you're using any sort of build tools, anything like that would be helpful. But this is like, you're just starting out, right? That's what this portfolio showcases. Very, very, very amateurish, which is okay if like that's where you are, but you just have to realize that's how your portfolio sells you as well. And then like you do like, oh yeah, I currently work on extremely difficult engineering problems. You basically, well, the stack's not, oh yeah, You're being inconsistent about displaying your stack too. This is movie search engine. This is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But anyways, we're going to assume you're being consistent. And then I see, oh yeah, working on extremely hard problems on a team. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Yeah, let's check out mobile. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. Yeah, Ulysses, we'll probably do another one. At the very least, we'll probably do one around 35k subscribers. But yeah, happy to do these. I have fun with these. I hope you feel better, JJ. What's up, by the way? How you doing? All right, let's do a hard refresh. Look at these resources afterwards. Okay, so projects, light mode, dark mode, project. Okay. Wow, that spacing is way off. Like, what am I even looking at? I would just do cards. I think you're trying to make it way too fancy. Just do cards. I can't even see the description of the website. What? Do cards. Get rid of this whole style. Honestly, this is hover over and then you have kind of a different div with a bunch of info. Get rid of this. This is just hurting you. I would just have a gallery of projects. Don't try to make this fancy. Don't do that. Just have cards of your projects. Make this easy for yourself. And then you could have like a screenshot of the image and you can have, you know, text description, what is it for, the stack, etc., like what problem it's actually solving. That's helpful. You can have a live link, have a link to your portfolio, or not your portfolio, but your GitHub to that specific repository. But yeah, let's go back to mobile. Yeah, this doesn't even work. I don't even know why it's here. Oh wait, it does. This works now. Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, that's my fault. You essentially have it. I was looking at the URL. I'm wrong. This link actually worked. We're gonna click on some links and try to figure them out. But okay, so it just opens up the About Me again. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine to pair the contact with the About Me, but like, you know, stuff like this, obviously GitHub doesn't work. LinkedIn links to your GitHub. This is broken. So this does work. I was wrong about that. Text is really small here. That's 18. Maybe if I do 100. Why do I keep? Yeah, I probably should do 100. All right, so everything's on kind of that first screen before you swipe down. That's good. What? Right. I can't even get to your footer now. What the? Let me get to your footer. Hold on. That might just be a... Is that a DevTools thing? 100% I can't scroll down. Let me do this. I think that might be a DevTools thing. I don't know. I would try it on a mobile device for sure and just see if that's a DevTools thing or not. It's DevTools. Okay, got it. Anyways, yeah, let's look at resources. I'll even give you the benefit of the doubt and go on desktop. You know, ultimately, like if you can optimize resources for mobile and load in less resources, that's, you know, you could even, like you could, it's a little bit more advanced, but loading more optimized images for mobile versus desktop, like smaller images, that's fine. That's like an extra step that you really don't have to do. I think like if you just toss it in tiny JPG or tiny PNG and just like only have the max resolution of the picture that you actually need, then that would that'd be sufficient. Stall hook, let me just go to images, pick time. Okay, where is, wow, for as large as the image was, it's not bad. Again, if you haven't run it through PNG, run it through PNG, tiny PNG, but resources aren't that bad. Okay, cool. That's pretty much it. Wow, you can't even see that. Contrast is poor with that. At least his contrast is better here. But don't use gradients in your paragraph text. You just make it harder to read. Don't use gradients in your text at all. Like I'm telling you, like pretty much all of you aren't going to be able to make gradients work in your text. Don't do it. Just do a solid color that has good contrast. All right, that's pretty much my feedback. I mean, obviously you're just getting started, but yeah, that's my feedback. I'm always going to treat the reviews like, okay, this is how an employer is probably going to look at it. And so I'm going to essentially, a lot of my feedback is going to be at the level of like, okay, you're applying for jobs. These are probably the things that you want to improve. For all the derbies, you want to gatekeep my reviews for only you, huh? What's up, Jess? Compressing, yeah. That's exactly what. Yeah. So you could serve up images through compression, yeah. So you can compress them and have the browser decompress them. I'm like 99% sure. I did that on my website. That isn't. I would still. I would still try to. I would still run it through Tiny PNG or Tiny JPEG, but you can serve a lot of your static assets through compression, have the browser decompress it. Down as my gatekeeper, at least I have someone other than myself to blame. What? Oh, I don't. What are you blaming me for? Have I taken any design courses? Yeah, I used to run through a lot of articles, and I would argue I think I have a better eye for design, and I have poor implementation with my websites. But I don't think I'm a great designer. I really don't think I'm a great designer. But I do think like going through like design fundamental, like a web design fundamental course, and kind of like a UX fundamental course is super helpful for front-end developers. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thanks for submitting, Lance. That's awesome, Leighton. Thanks for sharing. All right, so Rajae, dev. Let's do it. R. Okay. Home skills. About. The animation's pretty quick. I like that. Say hello. Projects. Use square. Why are you using circular? I don't know. It's just a personal preference. I just think square looks better. I don't know. This is a personal preference, but I don't think they need to be this far apart. I would argue, I think the width is determined by the amount of text. I would argue you probably should keep the width consistent with call to action buttons, primary and secondary. It looks like say hello is your primary call to action and projects is your secondary, right? This color stands out a lot more. So you just make sure that's what you want. Like, contact me. The user is ready to contact you at this point. Is this really your primary call to action that they're going to want to do this? It's also indicative of the action that you want them to take. But I would argue if they're at your portfolio, maybe right now isn't the best time for this to be the primary call to action and projects is the primary. You can reverse these colors down the road, like lower in your landing page. About me, with interests in sports, literature, and video games, I'm a web developer. student of cybersecurity and may frequently find me honing my football abilities or having a game with my friends on the football field when I'm not working on software projects. Escape into another universe. I also enjoy curling up. I don't know, this just sounds like you're trying to escape from reality. I would argue, like, how well do you deal with stress? Maybe this is indicative that you have strategies to escape from stress and reality. Using the word escape, it implies that you do need to escape from reality. Like, I think everyone has a sense where we need to detach from work. We need to detach from stressors sometimes through hobbies, but the word escape is very strong here. I also enjoy curling up with a good book. Moreover, I like to play video games and discover new virtual worlds when I need to decompress and unwind. Again, decompress and unwind. I don't know. You just sell me as someone that, like, is trying to escape from reality. I'm not. I'd question, like, how well do you deal with stress? Being a developer is very stressful. This has me worried. Whether it's in my personal life or my line of work, I'm always ready for a challenge and enjoy learning new things. Okay. I mean, a little about you. I don't know. I still feel like projects are going to be your key. I don't know why people start with their about me's and then just, like, literally, this is huge. Like, I would even just combine the about me and skills. Like, at least this section's more relevant. A lot of people are just going to skip. Okay, whatever. I don't even know, like, know your projects. Why do I give a shit about you when I don't even know your projects yet? What you can do. And again, just listing a bunch of skills and flooding the page with this is not... Like, I don't trust, like, how do I know how much JavaScript you know? How do I know how much TypeScript you know? MongoDB? Like, I don't. And just, like, having an entire page full of, like, really blown up skills, you're just filling space at this point. You're just, it's frustrating. You're making me take longer to get to the projects to figure out what you've built so far. I would actually figure out a way to combine your about me and skills, and then at least a section is a little bit more relevant. And you could just stack the skills, shrink them, have like a vertical list. Maybe the about me is here, the skills is here. Oh, that's what you blame me for. Okay, Serpy. Yeah, it does sound like this person is running away from... Like, I think, you know, deep down, we've all, like... we've all experienced where reality life has gotten too much, and we've kind of escaped into video games, escaped into even just, like, hanging out with friends, fuck responsibilities, right? Like, we've all been there, but if I don't know you as a person, and this is what you're choosing to highlight your personality with, this tells me you probably don't deal with stress very well. This has me worried. I think this entire, I mean, like, I think talking about you going into virtual worlds is like you very interested in the technology of virtual reality, and see, like, you could talk about it and spin it into a story of you very curious where technology is going, because, you know, virtual reality is something that a lot of people are going to associate with as being a little bit more advanced with technology progression, and you having an interest in that can also, like, unless you don't have any interest in, like, you're not even curious about how it's coded, but if you're kind of curious, like, you could spin up a story of, like, you being interested in the technology of virtual reality in general and exploring that. You gotta kind of sell yourself as a professional, an adult, and you talking about video games and escaping into virtual reality, and you not even posting a picture of yourself, but you look like a kid in this avatar. You look like a kid. You don't look like a professional that I would want to hire. So I'm worried about that. So projects, these are square images, portfolio. Why are the images different? Okay, so stop putting your portfolio, and this isn't just you, stop putting your portfolio on your portfolio. No one gives a fuck about your portfolio. No one gives a fuck about it. It's the most uninteresting project ever. If you have to put your portfolio in your gallery of portfolio projects, you don't have enough portfolio, like, you don't have valuable portfolio projects. That's what you're telling me. Get rid of this. Social Links is a really, really small app. So this tells me you're a brand new developer. You are just starting out. The design, right? The contrast, it looks okay. It does. But in terms of like the depth of skill, you list all of these skills and you have 2 projects and one showcasing your portfolio. There's no way in hell I'm even gonna consider hiring you. There's no way in hell. So Social Links, it's probably a very small project. This is a project. Stop saying this is a project. Social Links, like, what problem does it solve? So you put a stack, right? But like, why do you need React just to display social links? There are probably other complex features. Maybe you're pulling from an API or something like that. Your front end is hitting some sort of API, other websites API. But like, this is a project to display my social media handles. Why would anyone give a shit about that? Why even display it as a project? Like, if you're just trying to reinforce your skills, fine, but using React for this project, I feel like either this project, you're overselling it, like you're basically using a framework that doesn't need to be used for this, or you're just underselling the features that it actually has. And then we do visit. Okay, opens up in a new tab. That's good. Pause here. Yeah, it's better, Serpy. But interest in their development, just be truthful about it. Like, I don't agree. Some people give the advice of like, you need to showcase on your resume you're curious about AI. You're curious about AI development. But you basically, like, they're telling you that because you've used ChatGPT and gave it a couple prompts. Like, you're bullshitting there, right? That's gonna look bad. So it just depends if you're actually curious about the development, but you could also be fascinated with technology in virtual environments as well. And that eventually could lead into you wanting to explore how to code that out. But it's okay just to list a fascination like that, but to say I'm escaping into this is really what's hurting you. Why isn't this extended 100%? You have your header, your navigation extending 100%. Why is this just a little box? I think that was intentional. Why? Just extend it. This looks weird. Home, skills, about, project. Assuming all these open up in a new tab and these links work. Skills. Again, skills and about should. I would actually just put skills. You can have like a, I don't know, but like an about. Maybe the navigation link is just about, and you pair the about and skills together. Project. Yeah, that's pretty much it for desktop. Let's see. Why is this navigation opening right away? That should never be a normal action. I should have to click on this. Hold on, why was that navigation open right away? What the hell happened there? Hold on. Skills. Okay, so we're gonna do a hard refresh. Then we're gonna do mobile. What happened there? I click a button? I don't know. Oh well. What the hell is happening with your social media links? Is that we'll do a hard refresh on mobile to give you a shot. But what? Why are these left aligned? What? Okay. I think that's kind of a, I don't know, it's a weird pattern. You probably should just have it open the navigation up here and then lower down. It's weird navigation to bring it all the way up from the top. So a typical method usually is to put the X, like you open up kind of a new modal and put the X on top of the modal. That's fine if you do it this way. I just don't know if, I don't know. I think I'm splitting hairs with that one. And when you click skills, okay. It does close the navigation. I think that's a good practice. About, let's go 100%. Again, we talked about it with the about and skills. You don't need an entire section for giant blown up skills like that. And really, like, you just need more impressive projects. Contact. Go ahead and click send. Did it send? I just sent you my name. It looks like you can't even hook up like you could do like front end validations even. You just look either lazy or incompetent with your form. Basically, I just sent a name. Where did I send that to? What? Did you actually receive an email with just a name? Obviously, you're going to want like an email, so that kind of shows you don't really know how front-end users are going to interact with your website, a website in general. Like forms, like one of the most basic fundamental things that you should be learning, and you kind of showcase you don't even know what a form is supposed to do. Let's go ahead and look at responsive. Here, let's do this. All right. What is this? 648. This seems kind of big for this. Not a lot of like complex colors. I don't know. Maybe you ran it through Tiny PNG if you haven't already. Do that. Portfolio. Yeah, again, portfolio is irrelevant. Get that project out of here. And then this is actually fairly small. What's the? I need like a chart. Instead of trying to remember this, I feel like you could. Again, this is like these sizes aren't scary, but I would still run this through Tiny JPEG or Tiny PNG and get that optimized if you haven't already. You're gonna find that the quality of the images are barely, if noticeable, when you do optimize them like that, and efficiency is going to be way more important. That's pretty much it for this website. It's called Inception with a portfolio. It's a recursive portfolio. I like it. He's showing that he knows recursion. All right, you know what? That's like a 5-head move. I like that. Skills highlight MongoDB, yet projects don't have a backend. Yeah, that kind of seems bullshit. That does seem bullshit. I get the feeling this person kind of went through a course that touched on these and then took forever to get to a project and finally built a project, and it was a basic project. Great, that's where you start. But like, if you put these skills up, you better expect an employer to test you hard on any of these. And if you really don't know this, you're fucked. It's not going to look good in the interview. Should projects be small, little rinky-dink projects, or actual projects that feel real? Or feel like they can develop into something actually useful and funded on its own right? Do you have to ladder for sure? And usually when you have the former, you kind of have your stepping stone projects, and that's fine. If that's all you have to put on your portfolio, you can put that, but you better be spending like majority of your time like really focusing on a project that matters, a project that actually solves a real problem. Chad, this is your portfolio? Your name is Chad, are you sure? I don't know if I believe you. Forget to tie loose and like form validate. Yeah, but like, again, I would like being a focus on function and getting things to work properly and showing that you actually know how to form works. Like that's a huge gap in knowledge that just as a front-end developer, forms are like fundamental stuff. You want to get that down. It can take a little bit to I mean, just think about like the forms that you use day in and day out. What kind of validations do they have? What do they validate? How do they display the errors, right? Take ideas from websites that you use. That's okay. Well, obviously don't copy the entire design, but think about like, especially the UX and functionality and how something works. You see a common pattern across many websites, adapt that. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. I don't think this person's doing that, but we had a different website. Don't try to reinvent the wheel to try to make it fancy or creative. Stop getting creative. A lot of people need to create functional websites that look good. They have good UX and web design fundamental concepts. Like they understand good UX and web design or fundamental stuff, right? You don't have to be like this amazing designer, but this UX is incredibly important that I feel like you probably should be displaying errors. You maybe look like you're a little bit uncomfortable with forms. So either you don't have knowledge of how a form should work and what should be validated, or you just got lazy with it. Both are bad. Portfolio project generator. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful. You're welcome, DF. All right, next one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad I only did 7. Holy shit. This is Gonna make it to, I gotta do tax stuff. Oh, I hate tax stuff. I have all my business finances down. Now I gotta get all my write-offs with my student loans and stuff like that. And I gotta go through medical expenses. I'm almost tempted to just not write off as many expenses and just get the major ones. I don't want to do this. I don't want to prepare for my tax meeting today. Yeah, thanks, Jess. All right, Deston, buoy. Okay, so I click on it. About. Okay, front end, back end skills. Create a little bit of space on the bottom. I don't know. See my progress? Hold on. What? Okay. See my work. Let's go here first. Projects. Okay, so you have it kind of hovering on the bottom. It's a little bit of a unique pattern, but I think it works. On track. Personal project management, a project management application that aims to provide users with a clean UX UI that is intuitive, effective, and easy to use. Helps your project stay on track from the idea to launch. Aims to provide users with a clean. This sentence should be replaced with aims with this sentence. Switch these two sentences. I feel like every app should provide a clean UX and UI that is intuitive and effective and easy. Like, you could mention like this app is easy to use. I think that's a selling point, but like if you have to say like a clean UX UI, like let your website showcase that it's a clean UX UI. Okay, so no live link, no repository link. That's why should I believe that you ever built this? I don't. Go to this, my portfolio web. This is, stop. For the love of just stop putting your portfolio as a portfolio project. No one gives a fuck about the stack of your portfolio. No one gives a shit. It's the most uninteresting problem to solve. Stop. Please stop putting your portfolio as a portfolio project. So you can highlight this, but this, I can't even, what do I click on? How do I investigate this project? How do I use it? This is like close to worthless. Let me use this project. Let me dive into it. At the very least, like if it's a freelance project and you don't have access to it, you signed a NDA or something like that, or and then you gotta, either get permission or like know exactly what you talk about. But like if you sign something where you can't actually showcase the project and you don't own it, what you can do is, get permission, of course, but like you could talk about it. What problem were you actually solving? What features does it contain? You can create a link that'll actually have its own section that talks about that. Okay. It's just, sure. You don't really have anything to showcase. Front-end skills, about me. Previously have 3 years of working experience in sales. Those years I encountered a lot of business problems and workflow flaws, and I can always come up with the ideas to solve or optimize them. However, with limited resources, I can only build some solutions using Google Sheets. You could, past tense, right? However, I can only say could, past tense, because now you can build more in Google Sheets. Being able to build websites and web applications has always been my dream. Okay, I would sell the story of like, essentially like you wanted to tackle business problems and you wanted to code out solutions for them. I think, I don't know, being able to build websites and web applications has always been my dream. I don't know. I think like, I think you showcasing your projects can kind of spell that out a lot. It seems like a sentence that's irrelevant. I think a more relevant sentence is like you are identifying business problems and you were limited with what you had available to solve those business problems, and now you're building better solutions for it. You're a problem solver. A problem solver is always very marketable as a developer. See my progress. Again, it's not see my project, see what I built. See what problems I've solved. this is a problem. Like project management software, you're solving a real problem. I feel like you're just really, like you have something that you can really showcase and you are just shooting yourself in the foot. You aren't giving yourself the, I don't know if it's like you don't have confidence to showcase this project or what it is, but like this is probably a pretty useful project that you could triple down on, quadruple down on. Like this is your main thing. But again, like you talk about this story, it's like I have limited resources in sales. And so if you spin up a story like I'm developing solutions, where are they in your projects? Why aren't you talking about the solutions you built? This story seems like bullshit. In October 2022, I was fully committed to the self-learning journey to become a full... I don't even think it's worth mentioning self-learning journey. Like, why? What's relevant about that? I think once you have projects that are very impressive and you're very marketable as a developer, I think an employer then discovering that you're a self-taught developer is impressive. But I think... especially when you have limited projects and you're a self-taught developer, now my confidence goes way down into the drain of like what you can actually do to build real websites, real applications. So I think this is actually hurting you at this point with how little projects you actually have, or how least impressive. I don't know what, I can't talk today. Fuck. I think that this is actually hurting you because your projects, what you have to showcase, isn't that impressive. I have nothing to look at. So I get this feeling that you are just a self-taught developer that really doesn't have the skills to be hireable. Contact. Let's talk. Why is this underlined? This isn't a link. Don't underline this. Again, stop trying to be creative. Underline should indicate an actual link. Stop underlining stuff that isn't a link. Like this is a link, but you don't underline it. That's fine. I would even, like, if you're not going to put a link to showcase that. Oh, is this not even a mail to thing? Copy to clipboard. Okay, that's probably, I actually like this action. I hate mail to links because I don't use the native Mac mailer. I actually like the copy to clipboard. That's actually brilliant. Okay, so we're going to test out this form. Here we go. Green. That's not... Why is this not green, but this is green? Have it consistent. I would argue... I mean, at this point... Stop yelling at the user. This is just a UX thing. I think people... Stop yelling at the user before they've even typed in the full email. I think that's a broken UX pattern. Don't do that. If like they type in this and now they move off of it, then highlight the red. Highlight it as red. That's what I would do. Cool. Let's check out mobile. There's a live demo link below. Projects. Below what? If ChatGPT gets your taxes wrong, you can sue the company. No, I don't think you're going to be successful with that. What's up, Seed? There's a live demo button. I'm not even going to look at it. If I can't see it, that's broken. That's completely broken. I'm not going to try to like reshape the page and like change the resolution just because they have a broken website. To me, this project is absolutely worthless. If I do not see that live link, I do not see a source control link, this project's worthless. This portfolio is worthless. I shouldn't have to do anything extra to be able to see that live link. Again, I'm not going to minimize anything. This is a broken portfolio. Let's check out mobile. I appreciate you giving me a heads up on it, but it's still irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. See my work. Let's talk. Let's go 100. Okay. Navigation's pretty clean. Let's talk, see my work. I just don't think circular buttons look very good. I think they're just harder to read. I really like square. I just think square buttons is easier to... I don't know. I feel like it slightly blends in with the background more with circular buttons. I think that's a personal preference, which is why I'm not like really going in on the circular versus square. I think square looks better. And again, I would actually... I mean, when you have circular, I think it's a more common pattern where you won't have consistent widths, right? I think with square, it looks a little bit weirder when you have a longer rectangle versus a shorter rectangle for your primary call to action and secondary. I think circular, it's a more of a common pattern to actually have unequal widths than it is with square, but let's go to about skills. This is a web dev tools thing. Skills. Okay. I don't know. It's just sort of relevant. I like that you paired the about me and skills. I actually do. It's just an irrelevant section. Let me see your skills and your projects. See, now you have a live demo. Let me actually just test if this opens in a new tab. That's good. So mobile, it works. Desktop, it doesn't. That's broken. Fix that. That's a huge, like, I'm telling you, you're lucky someone is even taking the time out to look through your portfolio, and now you don't even have like a live link to any of your projects, unless they go to the mobile version. That's just a broken portfolio altogether. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the assets here, and then we'll move on. Yeah, I would agree. More padding on the buttons would look a lot better. Stomach's growling. I'm gonna drink more water. No. Wait. Seriously? I can't even do a hard refresh on projects? That's broken. That's definitely a bad pattern. I should be able to go to /projects and it should load this section of the website. The image seems fairly optimized. Let me actually go. I have to do this, projects, then the images on track. That's, you probably ran that through tiny. Yeah, that's a high resolution for that. Not a lot of color, a lot of white, but still, I think you did optimize that image. That's good. Cool. That's pretty much it. Thank you for submitting. Bye. What the fuck was that alert? That's not my alert. Streamlabs. What? Can you? I don't have the energy to go into a rant on Streamlabs. No, thank you, Calvin. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate the support. The support goes directly towards my bills. So seriously, Calvin, my frustration with that alert is not towards you. I do appreciate your support, but holy shit, Streamlabs, you are such a garbage fucking company. No, we have limited time. We're not going into our rant, but seriously, Calvin, thank you. I appreciate that. What was that? What other alerts are gonna pop up? Just never mind. Doesn't matter. But thank you. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? I like some rounded edges. Only downside is you want to get rid of focus, outline, and replace with a box shadow, because outline doesn't take into account the radius. Gotcha. Do I need popcorn for these roasts? Yeah, I think it'd make it better. Shout out to YouTube. I'm YouTube. What do you mean shout out to YouTube? Okay. But shout out to YouTube live streams. I'd say that, yeah. Twitch is going down the shitter, so. Okay, let's go to our next website. We have 3. Oof, all right. I am so glad I only did 7. Holy shit. All right. Regex is fun. If you say so, Jessa. That you are a minority on that one. And that is... never mind. I feel like I'm catching myself more on saying stupid stuff. And I'm proud of myself today. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, you're gonna start a war in chat. Just with that statement. I think, honestly, if you did that on purpose, that's actually brilliant. All right, so home. Stop with this. What are these stupid virtual images? I don't want to know a virtual image. I want to know you. Put a real picture. Fuck these virtual images. Why do people do this? It looks so cringe. It looks so fucking cringe. Like, I don't trust a person that can't even show me their real selves. I'm sorry, and I'm saying this, I'm shitting on myself. I actually have art for my channel image, and maybe I should have a real image. So I'm shitting on myself here, but what the fuck? Stop posting these artistic images or like whatever you're trying to. I just... My name is Pawel Sobaniak. I'm a passionate web developer who is eager to build awesome user interfaces. What does awesome mean? Clean interfaces? UX-friendly interfaces? Like, what is awesome? That word's irrelevant. I'm constantly seeking out opportunities to grow and improve my craft. I love TypeScript, React, Next.js, and Astro. Okay, so I gotta look. I think everyone's aiming to be a... Oh, wait. Okay. I'm not gonna go back, but with my old portfolios, keep in mind like what you're trying to apply to. The last portfolio was they're aiming for a full stack position, which I understood why you put that project and worked on that project. You put it on your portfolio, but yeah, this is front end, so aiming for front end. So my big concern with, okay, love TypeScript, React, Next.js, and Astro. You're probably diving into frameworks too quickly. You better have like a huge amount of projects to showcase. But okay, problem solving as a developer, you need to be comfortable with solving problems. I quickly thinking, I practice this skills. Okay, grammar check. These skills by doing things. Use Grammarly. You could even use ChatGPT to give you a grammar check, but yeah, it's a red flag. Even if English isn't your primary language, you 100% need to focus on good grammar, good spelling, good punctuation. All of this matters. If you don't have it, you look amateurish. You look lazy, like you didn't even spend the time to spell it correctly. Growth mindset. When I started learning coding, I realized that as a programmer, you never stop learning. Why is this section even here? Empathy. It's important to treat other people. Write a blog post about empathy. Don't tell me that like you put this as like a feature, like you would see a bunch of like features advertising some SaaS product, and like showcase this through you being transparent as a developer. Write a blog post about empathy in the workspace. Why am I seeing this like a feature advertisement on your portfolio? Selected projects, I believe. Like here's my thought. Like if you have to essentially try to sell your personality traits as features and highlighted features, like you probably are doing a bad job at displaying that in all the other ways that matter. If you have to tell me you're empathetic, you're probably not empathetic. Not as much as you think you are. It just, like, if you want to showcase what's important to you, write a blog post about it. Selected projects, I believe making projects is the best way to learn. Take a good look. Okay, why is this? Projects, just put projects. Header, I believe making projects is the best way to learn. Like, why am I reading that? Crypto. Ooh, this goes to work. Okay. Introduction. Challenges, unique features. This is pretty impressive. Dev decisions, summary. I like that. Wow, this button is... Why? Why is it glowing? Okay. Full stack live version. I'm assuming this goes... Nope, doesn't go to a new tab. Make this go to a new tab. Full stack React next. I'd probably personally challenge you on how you handle routing without depending on Next.js's routing. Hopefully you build something outside of Next as well. You have 2 projects? You're jumping into Next and Astra with 2 projects. I get a feeling your fundamentals are probably lacking big time. You have 2 projects to showcase. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm just waiting. Why is this stack like this? View more. Wait. This just... It just looks like you fucked up your CSS. I don't really even see a pattern. Like if you did a half checkerboard pattern, like it's just halfway, and then you have your new project, and then this project pops up here, and then this project, but it just like goes diagonally like that. That's fine. But what? Why is there space here? What's the point of this? And you toss your view more. What? Why not just put the view more here? It just feels like you fucked up your CSS, honestly. Okay, so vote for coolest anime or character. So you essentially booked Svelte. So you picked up Svelte as well. I get this feeling with 4 projects, you diving into newer frameworks. Like, so Astro, I believe Astro is its own framework, right? Astro.js. All-in-one framework. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Astro kind of has its own syntax. This tells me you're diving way too quickly into newer frameworks, and I bet like what I'm probably hiring you for, your React, is probably going to be like really flaky. Your skills with React are going to be really flaky. I'm worried that you're not very comfortable with JavaScript or React. So that's what I'm heavily going to challenge you on. Just be careful about leaning into new frameworks and new libraries like that. Most times people just like really suck with their fundamentals. They really suck with JavaScript, and they really suck with CSS because I didn't see you put like Tailwind or anything, which gives me a little bit of relief. So you probably built some custom CSS. That's hopefully what you've done. But with newer frameworks, especially like sometimes people dive into newer frameworks that are a little bit easier to build with. Like React is a little bit more complicated. I would argue, I think Astra, the syntax is a little bit cleaner and minimalist. It's either Astra or Svelte. I keep mixing them up, but I get this feeling you're jumping into new frameworks way too quickly. I'm probably really going to heavily test your fundamentals. Okay. Have like a back button so I can go back. Because like work is highlighted, but I have no way to go back to, and you could even go back to like the actual. Okay, so work. You have your own separate page for work. That's fine. Oh, home. Why even do this? So you have home, you have your about, you have your work, and then you have your contact, but then you create a separate link for work. Why not just have it scroll down? Wait, your contact below. Is this the same page? Am I just getting thrown off? No, you actually eliminate the home. Why? Just have this be one page. I think you're overcomplicating this by putting it on its own page. I'm talking too fast. Check about me. It's a new page for. Why? Tech I use. Why is there? Okay, I see what. Okay, I'm gonna read one paragraph. I better not be bored. This better be interesting. For you to create an entire page about this. Hey there. I'm a programmer who's been learning the ropes for a little over a year. You're just a programmer. Stop selling yourself as a student. You're just a programmer. I actually have some experience with coding from when I was a kid. So I've been coding since I've been a kid. I don't have some experience. I've been coding since I've been a kid. And that can show I've been fascinated with this for a while now. Back then, I dabbled in creating simple websites and forums using HTML. Okay. But now I'm taking on bigger challenges and using more advanced tools. Again, I get this feeling like you're jumping into tools like Next.js and Svelte, etc. way too quickly. I'm worried about that. Really passionate about programming. You shouldn't have to say you're passionate about programming. Let your project speak for that. You don't. You have 4 projects. I think I can see that you're very interested in new tools, but the reality is, with a lot of businesses, they're gonna be a React shop, right? If you're gonna be applying for front end, they're probably gonna be a React shop. All right, let me catch up on chat. I know it's been flowing a bit. I love writing regex because it makes me feel superior. I hate reading other people's regex because it makes me feel inferior. Okay. Well, it's important to know yourself, Serpy. Everything's awesome. Yeah, regex, there's no way I'm gonna learn regex. I don't like writing it, just give me a tool to build it. All right. Let's move on. Okay. I don't think I want to look more into this portfolio. I think this is a really cool section that you have right here. But again, I don't think you need to build a portfolio project to showcase like your vanilla JavaScript skills. But I do think that you need to be careful if you're trying to jump into every new framework, like you had Astro, and then you also integrated Svelte into one of your projects. Like, that's my worry. I would just like build some solid projects with React, even pull in React Router, get comfy with that, get cozy with that. I think the API isn't as good as people say it is, and that can be fun. That's a learning experience. But yeah. Mail to link. Let's look at mobile real quick. Let's do a hard refresh. Okay. Have this be why is there like a little padding? Should there be padding? Probably not, actually. Excuse me. Get rid of the padding. Or not the padding, whatever this is, the spacing between this essentially modal. Is this a modal? I don't know. I don't think that's that relevant. I think I'm splitting hairs. It might be a personal preference. Again, passionate developer, everyone, like, it's the most irrelevant shit. Just get to your projects. You didn't really... I mean, you're highlighting that you're using new frameworks. I just don't... You might get some shops where that's actually relevant. But I think most shops are really gonna question your fundamentals. So it's like you just have an image. What is this? Crypto. Let's actually increase the size. You do have the name Crypto Cyto. You could probably think of a better name than that. Crypto site? Like, is that what you're going for? Flick Folly. Vote for coolest anime or character. Books. Svelte. Like, what is this? Does this highlight? Like, what am I even looking at? I would argue, like, these names are so generic, you probably need a description. So maybe you do cards with, like, the image and then a little description of what it does in the stack, and then they can click into it. Animation was pretty cool. Svelte. These always look like buttons. I hate tags. They always look like buttons, but I think they're also common enough where that's okay. Why do you... Okay, so you centered align these skills, left align this. I don't think that's a bad thing. Introduction, features, summary. Again, this is a DevTools thing. Okay, not much to say. Let's do a hard refresh and get image optimization. What? Oh, one image. Thank you. Pretty small file. I get what. Let's actually do desktop. Let's do pretty small file for desktop. That's fine. Okay. Not really worried about that. I'm not gonna dive deep into this, but yeah, those are my thoughts. I get this feeling that you are I'm questioning your fundamentals and your knowledge. You're probably diving into frameworks too quickly. You only have 4 projects to showcase, and some of these are really, really simple projects. These probably are a little bit more complex. But, yeah. I like Pawel's been coding a year and a half and don't think I could do something like that. What do you mean? Yeah, what's up, CW? Glad you could join us. Less is more with the portfolio. I 100% agree. I think it is. I think people put more because their projects are unimpressive. Either lack the variety of projects, or if you're doubling down on a single project, that project isn't that impressive. That's usually what happens with people. I don't think this portfolio is like... yeah, just the home. I think it's just this section that's bothering me. Put a real picture too. All right, that's it. That is it. But yeah, I do like how it does look pretty clean. I think the contrast is pretty good. That's why I'm like, why do you do this with the buttons? You're, I think you have good colors, contrast, and decent spacing. But then like you make it look amateurish with this like rainbow button. Like, what the hell is this? Gradient rainbow button? This is like the kind of effect you would see on like GeoCity sites 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Okay, we gotta get moving. Next website. Okay. Put your face there. Stop with this stupid avatar bullshit. I like something about this just triggers me. It just feels so inauthentic. Fine if you want to put your face and dox yourself. Like what? Why are you doxing yourself? Just I don't. Okay, so many things wrong with this. I'm just gonna skip this section. Ashraf, self-taught front-end developer in the United States. Goal is to work at a company where I can deliver business value. Where this is irrelevant. Like what do you build? What value do you produce? Like, who gives a fuck about your goals? No company gives a fuck about your goal of working at a company. They care about like what you can do for that company, right? But see my work, so you just highlight that right away. Cool. Live preview, learn more. Audio animations are at least fast enough. Do the optimal layout for the app depending on their device's screen. Yeah, way too many people are using their non-face, just emojis, avatars. I don't know why people decide to do this. Like, don't do it at all. Like, if you're going to build a portfolio, like, just don't even do an avatar. If you're not going to put your real face or a real picture, just don't do it. Yo, come on. This is fucking lazy. This is actually lazy. This looks so unprofessional. Adding, updating, and then you, like, capitalized A, D here, but under... Like that U is lowercase, products from cart, product description, features and gallery. Like what is even your pattern of? Because like create and update, but update is lowercase. You're being so inconsistent. This tells me your English is horrible. It's not even English. I think just like, I don't think this is like an English problem. I think this is just like an actual language problem, a grammar problem, how you highlight it. Like you're just being, when you're inconsistent with these words, it kind of shows that you fail to understand the prioritization and the value of the words that you're using. Because I think you're trying to highlight features, create, update user orders, create and update user orders. Are you just like maybe, oh, I think I know what it is, adding and updating. And then this is the second feature you're trying to highlight and you just capitalize the first letter of that. But then you say update user and orders. Is this like one feature? I just think you're being really inconsistent with the capitalization. But yeah, this is fucking lazy. This just looks amateurish. Let's see, code goes to a new tab. Cool. That's good. Back. Perfect. Invoice app. Audio file, mark.
I'd put a little description, like I don't know what this is, why do I want to click into it? The stack is important, maybe that's enough to get someone to click in it, but you have an image gallery that's pretty clean. Curious how this is going to look on mobile. How many images do you have? It's just rotating between a few images. If you're gonna do that, don't have the images like scroll. This is confusing where the image disappears to the right and then pops into the left. Like, if it's going to be like a continuous scroll, make it look like that with the animation as well, where the image is just gonna go over here, and same with here, the image is gonna go over here. Oh yeah. It's literally labeled brutal. Brutal portfolio reviews, and in the form I specified this time, if you haven't already done your research, you haven't looked at my previous reviews, I specified I'm probably gonna roast your shit. I don't know how much more transparent I need to be towards people, because I always get that one person that just like complains that I was too harsh. Shut the fuck up and go into some, like, if you want like a cozy review, go to a streamer, like, I don't know, maybe go to someone that advertises like a super cozy community. We're gonna give you, like, you know, feedback. We're gonna be encouraging. We're gonna be inclusive. We're gonna coddle you. We're gonna set your feet up on the chair, and we're gonna give you this nice massage and just tell you how wonderful you are doing. Go to that creator and their reviews. If you come here expecting that I'm going to prop your feet up on that stool, give you a nice hot cocoa, and we're just gonna like tell you how amazing you are as a developer, you can fuck the right off. Is that a phrase? It's a phrase now. You can fuck the right off. Just like, I'm telling you, my community is going to trigger you at some point. My reviews are going to trigger you at some point. I have zero interest in coddling you. I think way too many developers get this soft feedback that doesn't really dive deep into all the fuck ups they are making as an aspiring developer. And then they go months, then they go years without getting a job and wonder why everyone's telling me how amazing I am. You're not amazing. Most of you will fail at becoming a developer. I want to actually give you feedback that's going to help you identify things that are really holding you back. So, is that transparent enough? Please. Hopefully that's transparent enough. I know I'm going to get someone complaining about me. I don't care. All right, so what else? Contact, to mail to, home, projects. Okay. Skills. I would just put like skills about. That's kind of what this is. You could do like skills / about or about rather than home. I think that's going to be more descriptive. Assuming all these open up in new tabs. Tech, singular. Like tech itself is plural without the S. If you work in the United States and you basically show that you have poor grammar, you have poor English skills, just continue working on it. I know that's a progression, right? I know one language. I know a little Japanese, but like I know one language. So I'm not saying it isn't impressive that you're learning multiple languages. I'm just saying if you are in the United States and your grammar and your spelling is just shit, that's a red flag. Like, I'm gonna be concerned about the communication with most people in our company that work in the US that speak primarily English. What else? Let's look at mobile. Oh, the portfolio was accessible via Game Boy Color. That's interesting. No, I wasn't even going off on you, Raphael. You can't, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, you can't handle. Wait, Raph, are you the Raph in the Discord? Wait a second. Raph, you are the Raph in the Discord. I'm banning you from Discord as well. Fuck off. I wasn't even giving you shit. I was literally roasting the other people, and you're gonna tell me how, like, gatekeep how I interact with my chat? Fuck you. Ban. Breaking server rules. Ban. Done. Easy. Don't QQ, guys. As critiques will help you along the way. I think it will. Stop swearing. It's killing you. Exactly. When you do something new for the first time, it's going to be terrible. You got to know it's terrible. And it's just a little bit better. I think it's important to definitely compare your progress with yourself. So be careful that you're not comparing with other people. I think that's always going to kill your confidence. But yeah. And just because I'm giving you critiques does not mean you're bad. Bro, you know what? I'm timing you out for that. Fuck off, Serpy. Makes warriors. Yeah, Serpy is 100% a troll. All right, let's see. Mobile. Let's check it out. Let's see, live preview. So the padding, hold on, padding could be off. No, I think your mobile's fucked up a little bit. Let's go 75%. Padding seems to be off there. We're gonna go learn more. Back, view, okay. Live code below. Let's go projects. Let me see your actual projects. Okay. Same feedback still applies to mobile in terms of like maybe this requires a little bit of a description in the card. Maybe not. I don't know. You just like these apps. I don't know if you're tripling down on these apps, but if you don't really have a variety of projects, I think you want to give as much information to the user as possible. Like giving at least a little bit of a description of like what problem this is actually solving is probably going to be useful in the gallery view specifically. And I think the arrows, oh, you can actually use these arrows on the gallery page. That's pretty cool. Yeah, audio file, yeah, either change the name or put a description because I don't really know what this is. Invoice app. Think about it. I don't know. Invoice app just kind of makes it seem like, I don't know. It makes it seem like a personal project that like will never see the light of day to users. Like it's not really useful. How can I think having that social proof of like actually having downloads, actually having users using your application, that will, it's just going to be a stronger project. Employers want problem solvers, and solving problems and actually building a real application that users are going to use is helpful. So just putting like invoice app, you didn't even like think of a name for it. I don't think you need to think of a name for it, but like putting app at the end, I don't think that's the word you want to use. Of course it's an application, but like, what does it do? Nothing about this tells me like what makes it unique, which is why I think like if you're going to put like invoice app, like put a description, audio file, put a description, a little bit of a summary with that. Out of water with this one. You like a slide animation? Very much, yeah. Okay. So focus on the responsiveness. I think that's it for this one. I just want to see how the contrast looks with why is there this like orange? The gradient looks so horrible. Like sometimes I think people thicken the shadow way too much to make it more visible, to make it more of a primary action. All right, see you, JJ. Thanks for joining us. Audiophile is a real term for people that really get into high fidelity music hardware. Got it. Okay. That's not enough. I think you can relate to employers that don't really know about that with a better name. That's good to know that the name is relevant, so that's why this person chose it. But if you're going to use that name, you probably needed a description below it. And be consistent. If you're going to put descriptions for every single app. Why are these links so big? You're kind of doing like a island thing. I think this like, yeah, I think you're doing an island thing. Redux is impressive. I'm gonna question your custom CSS abilities, your vanilla CSS abilities. And then if you're leaning on Next.js, I'm probably gonna challenge how you handle routing on your own, rather than leaning on a framework's strong conventions to do so. You're aiming for front end, so you're building full stack applications. My opinion, don't dox yourself like that. I'm not gonna keep zooming in to like get the specific street, but don't dox yourself like that. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm telling you, this stick color, it just looks like, and I'm not even gonna do the image optimization thing. You could look into that. Just again, if your images haven't been run through already, run them through tiny JPEG or tiny PNG and just optimize those images initially and reduce the file sizes. That's important for SEO and just like user experience in general. But like these thick shadows or whatever this is, it just looks amateurish. Don't use these. This is like old 10 plus years ago. Don't use these thick shadows, especially with a gradient. You can really quickly turn a pretty minimalist, clean layout into something that just it actually looks okay. I just think it's too thick. I don't know. Looks a little better on the dark theme. White theme, this reminds me of like 10 years plus. Just, it looks amateurish. Change the font? Maybe. I don't think the font's terrible. What font would you suggest though? I would say, yeah. I don't think I'm like an expert with fonts, so I'm definitely, feel free to toss suggestions out in chat. They could check it out later. Okay. So, what else? We have one more. I am so glad I did only 7. Damn. We're going over. Gotta do taxes. I think I'm gonna have to skip my workout today. It's a shame. I swear, if I see one more avatar. And this is like... okay. DM Sans is nice. And specify whether you want it for like paragraph text versus header text. I would argue header text shouldn't be a serif font. This kind of looks like a serif font with the extension. So use sans serif for headers and use serif for paragraph text. Okay, so I saw this, but I also saw this. So this brave soul decided to put his picture here. I would argue, I don't know, maybe get rid of this and enlarge this and put it here. I don't know. I think circular images can look kind of amateurish. It's like, it's hard to describe why. I think like a square image can look better, but maybe this actually makes sense with how you've done this. At least you put something that I could barely see, face that I could barely see, but it's a face. So it's not just an avatar, so I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm a Sumit, front-end developer. I feel like people just come into my reviews and they didn't like, sometimes they'll just come into their section of the review and they have no idea, like no context of what I'm talking about. They're just like, what is Don ranting about? Just get to the review. See my work, okay. My projects, about me. Okay, I like pairing the about me with the skills. Don't do 2 separate sections. I am a front-end developer who isn't just passionate about coding, but also about open source and design. Okay, so I better see an open source contribution somewhere. My love for Linux. Why are these highlighted? If you're gonna have an animation, these better be links or do something. I don't think creating an animation to highlight something, you're already kind of making it harder to read. I don't know why you're doing that. You're trying to be creative when you shouldn't be. You're creating bad UX by trying to be creative. Don't do that. Get rid of the animation. That should probably signify a link. But like, this is also a link, right? Any underline, you try to do it in this weird creative way where you basically blocked half of the text and put an underline, but it still looks like an underline, so I expect it to be a link, and I click on it, it's not a link. I don't even have a mouse cursor that changes to indicate it's a link. So stop trying to be fancy with stuff like this. My love for Linux runs as deep as my love for creating visually stunning websites and user interfaces. Cool. I aim to not only create functional, responsive websites, but also beautiful, intuitive ones that leave a lasting impression on users with my skills as well as my keen eye for design. I mean, this is a good way to sell yourself. Really highlighting a lot of niche things within front-end development that you care about. In Linux, that's an interesting thing. You're gonna, like, if you have a Linux hiring manager, their eyes are gonna light up with this. Why is this highlighted? Why is this clickable? Why is this underlined? Stop trying to be creative. Stop it. You guys are failing at this. Stop trying to be creative. You're creating bad UX experiences based on other people's More common experiences with other websites. Stop trying to be creative. You're making your website a more frustrating experience. A Netflix, it does have Netflix colors. Okay, so mouse over. So if I mouse over this, why is this enlarging if I can't even click on it? Stop with these animations if they don't really do anything. Looks like this is even larger. This is larger than this. Have consistent sizes. I mean, you at least start the. Why are there numbers here? What's the point of the numbers? There's no point. You're just being creative to be creative. Stop it. These numbers do not provide any relevant information. Creates a little bit more visual. What do I want to say? Visual noise. Get rid of the numbers. Yeah, it looks good. The colors are good. The spacing is fairly good. You do start off the new portfolio projects on the same line, so it's not like this gets pushed down as well. So it's not that it's not huge, the end of the world, that this isn't the same height. Maybe it doesn't have to be. I'm not gonna reiterate on feedback that I already gave, but okay, so code. This should be a new tab. Oh, if you ever navigate outside of your current website, it should open up in a new tab. A front-end mentor challenge project to build front-end mentor. Okay, so that's gonna be a low-value project. JavaScript 30, low-value project. Lo-fi souls. Is this a custom project? Put these projects above these tutorial-based projects. It takes so long for employers to go through and navigate projects and determine, is this a portfolio project? Did they actually code it? How much should they contribute to this project on their own? Like, just help them solve that. Don't mix in your JS30 projects and front-end mentor projects over what seems to be a personal project. Like, if you really want to include these, if you have to include these projects, your projects probably aren't impressive enough. That's my honest opinion about that. But if you're going to include them, push your portfolio projects, real projects that solve real problems, etc., above these tutorial-based projects. And we've talked about this before. You might not be watching the entire live stream, but stop. Like, you literally listed your portfolio page as like your most important project. If your portfolio page is your most important project, because it is number one, I am not impressed. I'm telling you, like, this is already a red flag. This is the main project you want to showcase your portfolio. I am not impressed. Your other projects should stand out a lot more. Get rid of this portfolio. Stop advertising your portfolio on your portfolio. What did you use SendGrid for? SendGrid is an email thing, right? I don't know what MDX is. Tailwind, Next.js. Okay. Yeah, like, the stack really doesn't matter on your portfolio. JavaScript 30. Yeah, JavaScript 30 projects is basically, you build 30 JavaScript projects in 30 days. It's good for reinforcing your JavaScript skills, but I don't think it's a good portfolio project. Sharkfolio made it in a hackathon by MLH and won. Okay, but what does it do? What is it for? What problem does it solve? Project define and view GitHub info such as contributions of developers. Okay, much more to the point. I like it. Cool. Contact me. I mean, it's a pretty clean design. I do think your design is clean. That's a lot of white. I would put an underline maybe to separate this as a link. You have social media links. I don't know. You don't have to necessarily, but blog. Oh, interesting. Are you serious? Don't put a blog if you're not going to keep up with it. It makes you seem like someone that starts something and doesn't finish something. I have to stress this to everyone. Do not include a blog on your portfolio if you are not going to keep up with it. I would argue one article at least, very least every 2 weeks. Maybe one article a month if you have a history of articles, right? But if you are not going to keep up with it, do not put a blog on your website. If you are going to keep up with it, that is awesome. I think a blog can add extra content. You can even create organic traffic or bring organic traffic into your portfolio. That can be strong. But if you are going to create a blog, keep up with it. Otherwise, it's just going to hurt you. Let's look at mobile. Yeah, okay. Mailer system. But why is it, wait, why are you using SendGrid for your portfolio? Oh, for that. I was thinking like, yeah, just a mail to link here, but you have the form as well. Okay. Again, I don't like red. I think red is a horrible highlight color, honestly, for forms. You can highlight with it, like, what I would do is highlight it with like a white border or something like that. Red indicates error, danger. Right? Send, so you have front end validation, send, okay, send. Did it work? Message, this looks like I just did something wrong. Stop with the red. Don't use, that's what you have to be really careful about, using red as a highlight color like that, especially where red is traditionally used for just incorrect, like validation for incorrect inputs. Let's look at, if you are not going to keep up with it, my personal projects, finish your projects. You like this website? Projects could be better. Everyone submitting your portfolios into the fire. I thank you as well, because Don is torching it and we're all getting better. This isn't Dark Souls, it's Brave Souls. That is true. It's a good point to mention, DF. Like, I actually have a lot of respect for people willing to submit their stuff to me. I do. Like, it's not a normal portfolio review. Like I said, it's not going to be a cushion one. I'm not going to necessarily make you feel good. That's not my objective with this. My objective is to give you hard feedback, and I will like exaggerate on it to like really drive the point home about how terrible this bug is, or how terrible this feature is, or how terrible of an experience you've created, so you can improve it. Like, that's just the style of my reviews. And the reason I do it is because you get so many soft, fluffy reviews. It's not helpful. Cool. I think the spacing wasn't a little inconsistent. No, I don't know. Navigation, about, okay, that's fine. I wonder how usable this is on mobile. I wonder if people are gonna fat finger some of these links. I don't know. See my work, about me. Looks like the spacing is inconsistent here and here. Am I just like way off with that? No, I think I'm just reading that wrong. I think the spacing is probably fine. It's hard because it's like, it kind of blends in this darkness with the background of this little square. It blends in with the background. Maybe lighten that. I don't know. I actually like that it's not, the background isn't lighter, because then it looks even more like a button potentially when you're making it stand out from the background like that. Contact me. Okay. Let's go ahead and do desktop and do a hard refresh and check out image optimization. Soft and fluffy like marshmallows. Front-end mentor count as tutorials. They are not guided at mentor count as tutorials, but they are not guided as, they would count as tutorials. That's pretty much the value you're bringing with the projects like that. So yeah, I get that it kind of like, it challenges you a bit, but it's still a low value project. One of the portfolios earlier had that red theme with confusion between theme and air. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I think that was Ashley's, wasn't it? Am I remembering that incorrectly? The black just blends, it does. ZD, I usually post like a community announcement in my YouTube as well as my Discord when I do another review. The reviews are, the submissions are closed. But I'll probably at least do one by 35k subscribers, or when I hit it. Transparency is how people solve problems, not by being kind. What do you mean? What about transparency? Learn a couple of useful tips every time Don does one of these. I also love seeing what people have done, how they're chosen to style stuff, etc. Yeah, well, it's good. Yeah, you can get some insight from more design savvy people as well from here. Oh, wait, I wanted to do, nope, I don't care about your source code. Sorry. All right, network. Thanks. I'm so jealous. I'm sure you are. Thanks, Jessa. See you later. Okay. React DevTools backend. Again, this is like from my Chrome extension. I'm not gonna get that wrong this time. Images. Let me see images. And you can run through, like you can use a feature like Lighthouse if you want to do optimization. I think that is important. Lighthouse scores are important, but we don't look at that. Image, gotcha. Yeah, pretty slim images. I like it. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh man, I went over a little bit. That's okay, about 20 minutes over, but we were able to do portfolio reviews. If I did not review your portfolio, what you can do is just resubmit it on the next time, and you will have double the chance to win if you resubmit it. I will basically put 2 names, and then if you lose again, man, you're unlucky, but then I'll double it again and put 4 entries for your name when I do the marbles game to determine who's I'm going to review. So anyways, hope that helped. I think tomorrow evening I'll post an announcement in Discord, so join that if you haven't already. But by tomorrow evening I should know. But I think tomorrow evening I'm gonna do a resume review, and we're gonna go through just a bunch of resumes. We'll probably do another marbles game to determine whose we do. And then but either way, I'll post the announcement in Discord when I get a chance. And then, yeah, I also want to thank, we did, whatever, make sure I don't butcher the name. Calvin, thank you so much for becoming a member. It does help. It truly does. And this is old. It's before the break I took, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that does support me on Twitch, Patreon, and through YouTube membership. All of it goes directly towards putting food on my table. Seriously, so thank you. I will update this hopefully by tomorrow. I'm just playing catch up this week. I have so much to do. Fuck taxes. I don't want to go to my tax appointment. Probably going to screw something up. Probably going to get audited, shut down the business, but I'm going to try not to do that and get through today. And if I can get through today, I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. Good luck on all of your projects, and happy coding. Take care.